And this is going to be very quick today. Wait, let me make sure I'm live. Okay, yes, I am. This is going to be real quick, 10 minutes probably, because I got to get in and out. But this video is about how to live a soft life. I keep seeing things about living a soft life, people talking about um, work related stress and what they do to manage things and how they indeed live a soft life. So I thought I want to get on here and tell you how I live a soft life. Well, how I'm trying to live more of a soft life because that's something that's a new term for me. And I'm just trying to grasp exactly what people mean. But what I get out of it is a soft life is not allowing stress to take over your life, not allowing things to weigh you down, not allowing, you know, just the daily hustle and bustle of life to get to you. So that's what my interpretation is of soft life. Some other people look at it as if um, wealth and luxury. They look at it as if gaining wealth and luxury is a way to live a soft life. Yes, it can be a way to live a soft life. A soft life. If you have money, we all know that that changes things or can change things for some people. Okay, or can change things for some people. But for me, I think it would be more about stress. Let me give you an example. Yesterday, I was just not anxious. That's the wrong word to use, but I was trying to figure out ways to make things work today in my schedule. And for me, if anybody knows me, I'm always like, rush, rush, and trying to get things. I like to schedule things. So I had to pull out my handy dandy calendar. I was plugging dates in, plugging times in. Um, Two of my daughters had activities at the same time, and they need to be in two different places at the same time. So along with trying to do pickups, drop offs, um, volleyball. One of my daughters has volleyball, the other one has to be at work. And so the other one had to be at the dentist office. So I was like, okay, how am I going to get all this stuff done at the same time? And also, I had to drive from one side of town to the other side of town. So, how do I get all that in my schedule and make it work? So, I told my daughters, hey, we have a game plan. Let's get this game plan started. So I gave everybody the outline. I was like, listen, at this time, we got to be here. At that time, we got to be here. I'm going to pick this person up. I'm dropping this person off, and I drop this person off. You need to be ready to go, have your things for the next activity. And then as I was talking, I was just finding myself getting really, really worked up. And this is something that happens to me often. So I just wanted to get on here and tell you all a way that I try to solve problems and try to solve that feeling of just overwhelm. It could show up as anxiety for some of you. Sometimes it shows up as anxiety for me, but I try not to ever let it get to that point. Like I try to remember the Bible scripture that says, "Be anxious for nothing." And I found myself almost going down that path last night of getting anxious. And I'm sorry if I'm going too fast. I'm just trying to hurry because I had to get one of my daughters in about 10 minutes. So thank you three for being here. I see you. Thank you so much for being here. But so I felt myself kind of slipping down the slope last night. I was like, wait, how am I going to do this? How am I going to pick you up when I have to have you dropped off at the same time? How is this going to work? And how am I going to have her at the dentist office? How am I going to have you at work at the same time? So my mind is racing, and I pulled out my calendar and I was trying to figure everything out. And I was saying, okay, you know what, Andrea, be anxious for nothing. Don't let this weigh you down. Do not stress about this. It's all going to work out. And as I was telling myself this might work for you, I just continue to tell myself, and I thought about the Bible verse where, in the lilies, they toil, they don't worry about, what's going to happen. People don't, the birds, they don't worry about where they're going to get their next meal from. They just continue life and they go on day by day. And, everything just kind of works out. So I thought about that for myself. Hey, it's going to work out. You'll be fine. Don't worry about this. Don't toil. Don't stress. You know, be anxious for nothing. Be anxious for nothing. So, as some of you may have to do, I have to give myself those little talks sometimes. Hey, it's going to work out. Calm down. You're going to be all right. So I thought about all this. I'm like, okay, I'm one person. I can't be in several places at one time. Let me ask my husband. He would not be able to help me out. So I said, okay, it's going to have to work out. So this is what I do, you all. Number one, so I pray about it. I finally learned to start giving it to God. Before I thought this problem is not big enough for me to go to God. Like, I'm not going to bother him with this. This is a minute problem. Andrea, you can handle it yourself. Yeah, that was the old Andrea. Well, to be honest, that's the new Andrea sometimes. So I just say, hey, I'll do it. I don't need to worry about God. But what I found out is that he loves to help us out, even with those things that we think are minor. They're big things to him. So I said, today is the day. I'm giving it to God. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to get to where I need to be when I need to be there. And I still plan. I still have my handy dandy my calendar out. I still had my calendar out, and in my calendar, I did time blocking where I made sure, okay, this is the time I have to leave this place to get to this place at the specific time. This is the time that I have to be at this specific location, so that I can also make sure that I am kind of setting a target for each location to make sure that I hit every location. But also, I was telling my daughters this would have to be a perfect situation in order for me to get to each place at the same time. So, long story short, you guys, I looked at my phone earlier and I saw a text from the dentist's office and it said, basically, my daughter's appointment had to be canceled. So I was just like, wow, cancel. Let me call and check. So I did that, called and checked, confirmed it, rescheduled that. The Lord was working it out on my behalf and I didn't even know. He was in the background as usual or the foreground, working things out. But I was going about my life, just still trying to plan things and say, hey, I still need to have this, and that done. And then I just started to see things drop off my list. And that was because I prayed about it. I gave it to God. I said, listen, I'm not going to worry about this anymore. I'm praying. And every day, you all, I do this every morning because I know how I am. I know how I like things done a certain way. I like to have things in decency and order, as much order as possible. So I always pray every morning, Lord, give me the strength, give me the patience to deal with this day. Give me anything I need to be able to make it through this day. Now, see, he knew who I was. The Lord knows who I am, and he knows I need to, make sure I pull some of this off of her load today because I'm just being honest with you. I in my mind, I had it all planned out, but I was like, if there were a car crash, if we got stopped at too many lights, or if the light held for too long, it's no way I'm going to make it to these particular locations at the same time or get my kids dropped off. I had it planned out in my mind where I would pick one up and drop one off earlier and then go to the other activity and then wait there for a second and then go back. So I had it all planned out, but then this plan was better. I just didn't even know it. So the reason I'm telling you all this is as an encouragement. You don't have to stress out and have all these things in your plate. Give it to God. Pray about it. Let it go. That's the stress and the anxiety right there taken away. So that's the soft life for me. And also, let me share something with you all. I have about a minute. I went on vacation in July, and it was a vacation that I didn't know I needed. I didn't know I needed it because you know how you do things so much and you're constantly on a go. And even with that, I almost said no, I don't want to do it, I don't want to go. But it worked out that I went, and I'm telling you, when I got there, I'm so glad that I took it. I went to Seattle, and some surrounding areas. I can't think of the name of the one city. It's very hard to remember, the Salish Lodge. And I really enjoyed my time. I enjoyed my stay. We didn't have, my husband and I, we didn't have a plan, not an agenda. We woke up, we did what we wanted to do, we went where we wanted to go, and everything was just kind of relaxed, no rushing, no schedule, just doing it. And it was just so relaxing. So I wanted to make this video quickly just to remind you to take some time for yourself sometimes, even if you think you don't need it. If it's something small, going to the beauty salon. I do my own hair and my daughter's, but going to the beauty salon, get your toenails done, go to, do something special, schedule that doctor's appointment that you've been putting off for months. Go hang out with some friends, make some connections, go treat yourself to ice cream, go have a meal, do something to take care of yourself, right? And if you have any toxic relationships, friendships that you need to get rid of, and you need to get rid of those relationships, get rid of them. Stop waiting. Why are you wasting your time? Why are you wasting your time? You have one life to live. Why be stressed out? Why be boggled down with unnecessary weight? Why put yourself in situations that are going to just bother you? Why put yourself in negative atmospheres? So that's my interpretation of the soft life. So I will probably get on here and say something else about it because right now I feel like I'm being rushed, but I just wanted to share that kind of before I forgot. So I hope that it helps somebody out today. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, if you want me to do another video about the soft life that's not as fast, and then we can really just sit down and have a conversation, let me know in the comment section. You all know how I love your comments. So let me know in the comment section and let me know if you want to have a further discussion about this. Also, let me know what you think the soft life means. What's your interpretation of the soft life? Mine, again, is living as stress-free as possible, letting go of baggage. And when I say baggage, I'm talking about dead weight, anybody that means me no good. I can love you from a distance. I can love you from a distance. If you're negative in my life, we're not going to talk. Um, if you're a person I consider a friend that shows me something different, that's not going to be a friendship that I have. It's going to be dissolved. So that's what my interpretation is of a soft life. Living stress free as possible and trying to maintain good health and just, you know what, just living as in a happy space and doing the things that I want to do. Doing the things that I want to do. So tell me what your interpretation is of a soft life. And I'm going to let you all go. I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.